Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us here today for Las Vegas Market. I'm Kimberly Porter, the Senior Programming Manager for International Market Centers, and we want to just welcome you. We're excited about our upcoming summer market for Las Vegas, which is running July 24th through 28th. And today we have a virtual presentation of our first look summer 2022, presented by Julie Smith Vincenti of Muses Media. Before I begin, I want to let you know that we do have an exciting lineup of events taking place, seminars, tours, all sorts of things. And if you want to head over to our website at lasvegasmarket.com, you can check all of those out. Also, we have our exhibitor listings and you can register for attending market. Also, we have our Juniper Market, which is open year round online. And so we want to just mention that and have you check that out if you can. This is a CEU accredited presentation and it's being recorded. So if you miss it, you'll be able to go back and see it later. So at this time, I'll turn it over to you, Julie.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Kim, and thanks to everybody who is joining us here. As Kim had mentioned, this is our virtual or webinar presentation of the First Look program. This is actually a multi-channel trends and product program that we've been producing for several years now for Las Vegas Market. And it includes a publication, which is available as a digital edition, as well as hard copies that you can pick up at the entrance of all of the Las Vegas Market buildings. It includes product displays, it includes social media, it includes a showroom tour, and it also includes an on-site seminar, which will be similar to today's presentation, but I'll be adding a lot more as we get closer to market. So a little bit about how First Look works. 3 to 4 months before market, we identify themes and trends and product categories that we want to call special attention to for one reason or another. And we reach out to all of the companies who exhibit at the show and ask them to submit images and products that they would like to have considered for our 3 themes. I have the great honor and privilege of reviewing those thousands of submissions that come in and narrowing them down to the designs that you'll see throughout those many channels that I had mentioned just a moment ago. We have, in addition to getting into the products, I also just want to make mention that we're always expanding and enhancing our First Look program. And I'm really pleased and excited about this sort of latest component. And that is First Look is working with University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV's design department. And we're going to have 3 second-year design students working with us to help style our displays. Those 3 young women will be working with our senior visual merchandiser and retail stylist. Her name's Addie Jones. And so really excited that we'll have an opportunity to kind of mentor and work with some new talent who otherwise wouldn't be able to experience market. We're creating an opportunity for them to experience market up close and up close and down to every last little bit of paint and taping and you name it. So with that being said, the 3 themes, as this visual suggests, this is in fact the cover of our publication. Our 3 themes for summer 2022 are Beachbound, Overlay, and Purple Prose. Today I'm going to just go through a lot of slides. You're basically getting a sneak peek of the publication, and I'm going to work through pretty quickly and identify the companies with just some, minimal product details, and the publication can go into greater detail. And so be sure to pick up a copy when you make it to Las Vegas Market. So the companies that are featured here on our cover on the left, obviously a tease to Beachbound. That's from a company called Cala Products. It's their Seafair new pouch water sport sack. It's got compartments for storing different materials and different items that you might need as you spend a day on the beach or engage in your favorite water sports. There's a spot to hold water fountain, or excuse me, water bottle. And it also allows you to hold the pouch in a couple different ways, whether you want a backpack or to carry it like a tote. In the center there is the gorgeous Emily Martini table. That's from Global Views. And each of those feathers that you're seeing there is of leather, and surrounds the piece itself with that glass top that's been back painted. And then the detail shot of the area rug on the right is from Nurasan. That's from their Passion area rug collection. And it features the fuchsia colorway. And perfect example of kind of blending modernity and antiquity. And that's something that you can do so effectively and to great effect, certainly in the area rug category for sure. With that being said, we are going to begin at the beach. Now, this is in fact the image and the color swatches that we submitted to Las Vegas market exhibitors. And so why beachbound? Why beachbound for summer 2022? For starters, this particular trend and theme allows us to showcase the breadth of product categories that you can source at Las Vegas market. It still speaks to this idea of longing, right? This longing for a sense of place, reaching out, reaching ahead, and a lot of those sentiments certainly brought on by the experiences we've had for the last couple of years globally. Why beachbound? Well, the third reason would be it has a lot of really relevant nostalgic elements, colors, and patterns. Why beachbound? It's also because it speaks to the idea of family and togetherness, and we have products for everyone in the family in our product display. And lastly, and perhaps most significantly, it speaks to just this staying power and longevity of pastels, whether they're very light and very tinted or whether they're very saturated. Pastels have proven themselves in our marketplace now for several years and are still growing strong, especially a couple of the hues that you see on the screen there. That blue is called Atomizer. The one that's third from the right is called Peach Pink. And then, of course, Lilac Breeze. Those are from Pantone's 2023 palette called Tropic Refresh. So we are setting a course for the coast. And Pantone rightfully calls their sort of reference to the beach for the year ahead as a place for saltwater healing and mellow escapism. So with that in mind, we are headed to the beach, and we're starting with these adorable little wooden toy trucks from Candy Lab. I hope you'll join me, get the seatbelt on, off we go. These are fun handmade designs, and each one has a magnetically attached either canoe or surfboard. So a little something, as I said, for everyone in our beachbound display. And so we're starting out with the little kiddos. As I said, these are from Candy Lab. Here's a first-time exhibitor at Las Vegas Market. This is from a company called Banwood, and they have tricycles, balance bikes, and scooters that they will be displaying in their showroom in the expo. The wicker basket is an option. It's actually leather-bound snaps that attach to the handlebars. And you can see that the colors are very nostalgic. We'll have one of these in our product display at market. Some additional beach-inspired items for the kiddos. We have Under the Sea, a 100-piece puzzle from Ibu. It's made from recycled board and vegetable-based ink. It's printed on FFC certified paper, and it's I believe, a woman-owned business. In the center is the Ocean Plush Toy House with 5 6-inch toys. That's from Unipack Design. Easily carry that to the beach. And lastly, inspired by the beach, and of course, the perennial favorite amongst the young ones, mermaids. This is a create your own terrarium kit from Handstand Kitchen. It's sold in case packs of 6, and it's part of their Box Can DIY series. Moving on to decorative accessories, we're going to be featuring this 3-panel acrylic paint piece from Fellini in our display. This is the Tropic Beach, and together it measures 50 inches high by 90 inches wide. A similar idea of these sort of light effects that are obviously something we observe when we are at the beach. This is Unveiling the Light from Left Bank Art. It measures 60 inches by 40 inches. We have some fun sort of cabana-like decorative accessories in our publication and our displays. From left to right, we have a very familiar chevron from Unique Loom. We have these fun LED lanterns from Floribunda. It actually has a little LED candle inside each of these pieced star ceramic lanterns, and a flameless candle. And then the Hello Sunshine jute bag is from Karma, and nothing says beach like a little bit of sunshine. Hello Sunshine. We have area rugs from Papalina in our publication. They actually use a phthalate-free PVC ribbon in a traditional weaving equipment. You can choose from 11 different sizes and 30 different colors. And this is the mono indoor-outdoor area rug you're seeing here. We're featuring chaise longue in our product display, and we're showing numerous price points. So obviously from the designs that you see on the left from first-time exhibitor Zeal Home, they're located over in B2, to the mid-century modern inspired Sunset West chaise on the right of your screen. It's called the Sabia aluminum chaise in a satin white finish. Another example of mid-century modern in that sense of portability, almost campaign style furniture. This is the Fellini Chair from Fellini Modern Living, and it has a metal frame that's water resistant and UV resistant. It's a stackable chair made in Italy. Obviously, with outdoor furnishings, we're all very familiar with the dining, we're familiar with lounge, and so we're starting to see a lot of examples of more lighter designs, more portable designs, if you will, that speak to many price points and the fact that regardless of where the consumer ultimately shops, even at lower price points and higher price points, the desire to be able to spend time living and enjoying your family outside. Some additional designs that we'll have in our displays: the Tapestry Outdoor Chaise is wrapped in taupe and white flat rope from Essentials for Living. The Zoom chair is also from Essentials for Living with that wonderful back woven detail. We'll be featuring that in our displays as well. There's nothing like a powerful scent or fragrance to bring us back to the beach. And here's some examples of that that you'll see at Las Vegas Market. We've got the Backyard Candles Beach Bum Candle. It's actually, you can't tell from this aerial shot that I'm showing here, but it's actually a repurposed coconut shell. The company pours their soy coconut wax blend in a shell. This particular scent is infused with lemon, lime, and orange essential oils. On the lower left is a paraffin-free butter jar candle. It's soy wax infused with pure beeswax. This is saltwater mist with notes of citrus, grassy greens, aquatic florals, musk, blonde woods. This is from Milk House Candle Company and the appropriately shaped bottle. They're over in the expo during the summer show. And we have the Dionys Goat Milk Skincare. This is their Sea Treasures collection with this sort of recalls the ocean breeze intertwined with sweet pea. Here's another example of escaping to the sea. And you'll see I'm repeating that Cala Products backpack just because I think it's such a great scene setter. And it's also an opportunity for me to talk about how while traditional sky blues and watery blues aren't necessarily in that outreach that we conducted with the tenants, we still received a number of blue water inspired hues. The Escape to Sea is in fact a hand sanitizer. The way that works is it's a fine mist diffuser. It's got a motion sensing technology, so you simply kind of wave your hand over it, and it dispenses hydrating sanitizer. Like many of the fragrances that recall the beach, you get sense of coconut and sea salt. Additionally, we have the cotton handmade tote bags from Global Trunks that you're seeing on the right of your screen. Multiple colorways available, and again, those sort of nostalgic stripes. We have some personal accessories in our beach-bound display. If you have a child of a certain age, you know that the bucket hat is really on trend right now. This is the Purple Jungle reversible bucket hat from Coco and Carmen. We've got the Willow oversized recycled plastic sunglasses. That plastic is actually not just recycled plastic, it's plastic that's been removed from our waterways and repurposed into sunglasses. You can choose from multiple colors. For specifically, it's from WMP Eyewear. Speaking of recycled plastic, the Rore reversible beach towels from Rock Flower Paper are new this summer market. They're lightweight, they're sand resistant, and we'll feature several designs in our product displays. And we have the fun wall decor on the right from Left Bank Art. It's called Pool Time, and it features a lot of those sort of power pastels, as we like to call them, that are integral to our beach-bound display. The Left Bank Art wall decor has this brush gel top coat that really kind of creates that feel, that look of hand-painted. In terms of motif, we kind of pull away from some of the more tropic motifs and instead move to some more aquatic motifs. And so you see that in these examples here. This is the coastal area rug from Unique Loom. You can see that in our product displays at market, as well as the Sunny Vibes keychains from Jill Zahara. These are clay beads done up in tropical colors and motifs. And then there's also some fun, really giftable packaged bracelets in the same sort of colorways. Speaking of motifs, we've got coral and fish and turtles. Here's the Italian ceramic wall mount fish in a white and black finish options. Those are from Global Views. We have the coral 18-inch pillow from Nurasan, which reverses from coral to those sort of mid-century modern wavy lines that you see just behind that pillow. The turtle is also that sort of watercolory pattern and effect. That's also from Nurasan. And then if you know the company Moonglow Jewelry, they also offer a turtle shaped pendant. And the way that this works is you can order a phase of the moon that commemorates or memorializes a specific day. And so whatever day you program into their website, you get that sort of the phase of the moon on that day that you dial in. And so in any case, available on this necklace pendant. This is the Sea Moon engravable pendant with that customizable moon phase, as I just mentioned. Rather than, say, Monstera or other tropical aquatic or tropical plant patterns, we instead sort of move to a more aquatic plant inspiration for summer 2022 in our beach-bound presentation. And so the designs you're seeing here sort of speak to that, blues and greens and neutrals coming together in more aquatic plant life. On the lower left, you have the Fern Indigo Poof with removable sunbrella cover. That's from Howard Elliott. The wall decor on the top is from Paragon. It's called Under the Sea. It's a giclée that's double matted to have an almost shadow box style effect. And then the really fun bedding is the Oceana cotton bedspread and coordinating shams. It's from Split Pea, and it's offered in twin or queen sizes. So very much the kind of guest bedroom or a second, third bedroom. Additionally, we have nothing says end of your vacation like having some visuals that help to sort of commemorate the experience. Just included these pieces of wall decor. The one on the top is actually from Kendrick Home, and it's a wood wall decor that has that fun aquatic sailing motif. The piece on the lower right is from Paragon. It is by artist Liz Jardine. It's called Coast of Capri, and it's available, I think, in a couple different frame options, but certainly in the one that you're seeing here. It's part of offered through Paragon's The Studio collection. And lastly, this is a new company that participated in First Look this time around. It's from Sincere Surroundings. It's their Shoreside collection of wall hangings. And in fact, it's a customizable line. So if you do get into resort, or you have a sort of souvenir need for souvenirs or customized beach related accessories, definitely check out Sincere Surroundings. And you're seeing here as they feature Waikiki, Hawaii in that little sign on the lower left or center left of your screen. And so that is beachbound. Now we're headed to our next trend, and it's called overlay. So what are we driving in at when we talk about overlay? So as you know, and likely are a participant of, we're constantly commemorating and the moments in our lives through video, through photos. And we are taking those videos and those photos and we're broadcasting those to our networks of friends and our professional networks. And oftentimes we are looking to the different social media channels, depends on whichever your preference is. We take moments to add filters or overlays to those images to enhance them. And in the process of enhancing them, we're adding texture, we're adding tint, we're adding shade, we're adding mood, we're adding a sort of nostalgic vibe. We're adding a sort of somehow taking this everyday and making it more special. And that's really what our overlay display is about. It's about textures and surface treatments and finishing techniques that go the distance, materials combinations that kind of go the distance to make what seems perhaps everyday into something more special. Similarly, our overlay it's a neutral showcase, as these images suggest. By the way, these are the images that we sent to tenants when we reached out for products and photography for our First Look summer installment. And it's very much about this sort of signaling that we really are in a time where our warm neutrals, the browns, tans, beige, hazelnut, mink, all of these very warm neutrals are taking market share away from the dominant grays, which have been in our marketplace for more than a decade, really. And so we are going to be seeing examples of that. So with that being said, we will go right into examples that speak to each of those things that I mentioned. So within the sort of neutral showcase and overlay is a mix of materials. And the image on the left are selections from Arterior's home, gorgeous selections from Arterior's home, where you're seeing materials mixed together, finishes mixed together, surface treatments and finishing techniques mixed together. And this is from their LA Modern story, which is what they're which you can see in their showroom at the Las Vegas show. And it's really about the exquisite details and rich materials. Those are quotes directly from the company. Meanwhile, the image on the top right are tables from Hooker Furnishings. Hooker, if you were at market in winter, is new to the Las Vegas Design Center. So Building A on the second level, a great resource for interior designers that are going to be shopping the Las Vegas market. These tables are a perfect example of these warmer finishes, these combination of finishes, this extra detail and attention to the surface to make an everyday sort of form more special. The piece on the lower right is not from an exhibitor at Las Vegas Market, but I included it. It's very high-end, bespoke piece. But again, I wanted to call attention to the fact that within the furniture, there's just a great attention to the facade and just an embellishment and an adding a layer to make an otherwise gorgeous case even more special, enhanced. Additionally, we talk about in our presentation, we have a lot of linear patterns that we featured, and this is a great example from Big Furniture. In our product displays, we're going to be featuring another collection from the company that actually has a gold pattern that's overlaid onto a glass tabletop. So do be sure to come by and check out our displays. I'll take just a moment to plug those. Those are located as you're exiting the parking garage, or you're walking towards campus from the registration area, or you're exiting building C through that north entrance. Our displays are going to be right there. This is the Mod Rest Colton dining table, and it has a ceramic top and finished metal bases, and you're also looking at the Chandler dining chair. Here's a great example from Sam Moore, which you can see in the Hooker showroom on A2. Again, these just warmer tones, this confident mixing of different wood finishes, of different metals to create this very sort of special neutrals showcase. Bas relief and is something worth noting for our overlay presentation, and that can come by way of carvings, that can come by way of adding just element of an optical effect that creates more depth to the facade of a case good. The two pieces that you're seeing here are from ink, and the piece on the left is the Adeline two-door accent cabinet from JLA Home. And then the piece on the right is from Mava. It's a hand-carved two-door sideboard. It's crafted from acacia wood with an ivory finish. We also have some of these warm, almost lodge-like references in these pieces, some of which you'll see in our display. This is the Abiden occasional chair with woven rope and umbrella seat cushions. It's from Dovetail Furniture and Designs. Mountain Sunset is another piece of wood wall decor from Kendrick Home, comes in 4 different sizes. And the antique leather hide rug is from Nurason's Mina Victory Couture division. It's about 5 by 7. Additionally, we have a light fixture from Modway. This is the Brianna 3-light pendant with swivel shades. And I apologize if you're hearing some music in the background. Someone has parked in front of my house. Additionally, you see the shell-shaped pillows are new from New Zealand. Those are sheepskin from Nature's Collection, and you can see them over in the expo. Another example of the different neutral stories that came in based on our outreach to tenants. We also saw some interest in more black and white tones. And so we're sort of exiting that beige story, kind of moving into this black and white story. What you're seeing on the left is another image from Arterior's LA Modern story. It's the Madison chest that combines seagrass and oak veneers, a pendant and antique brass called Megan, the O'Malley mirror, and then the sculptures are Oscar and Omar sculptures. Again, the exquisite details and the combination of rich materials. And then the table on the right is from Four Hands. It's actually metal, and it has a finish on it called the raw black finish. It's about 40, it has a 48-inch diameter. The Vanguard Furniture submitted their Lyon modular silhouettes. There's a great comfort, style, and sophistication story. That modular piece in the center there actually has an integrated tabletop. And then some pieces from Indaba Trading. These are stone. And first-time exhibitor on the wall decor on the right is from a series of artwork from a Finnish artist. It's from Nordic Wholesale, and they use all certified, environmentally friendly, sustainable materials. Architecture as an inspiration source, and again, more of these sort of linear patterns. On the left, you're seeing a table lamp from Jamie Young. This is the Revel table lamp, and you can choose the antique brass or oil rubbed bronze finish. The poppy wall sculpture is from Philip's collection. Each of those pieces, those undulating lines combined with those very specific linear patterns throughout, comes in copper or silver. You'll actually see the copper ones in our product displays. The construct sconce is in aged brass. That's from Kelly Behoon for Hudson Valley Lighting. And then the Bauhaus-inspired Massimo iron mirror is from Arteriors. Going back a little bit further than the Bauhaus, you see this wall decor piece, this shelving system from Sullivan's, very much in the spirit of a Vasily Kandinsky painting, if you will, so sort of early 1900s. In terms of an inspiration source and these linear patterns. Meanwhile, with the matte finish on the sequence bases from Accent Decor, you have a sort of a much more relaxed, almost something that loosely hints at Greek key, a fun geometric pattern, very much shows this sort of artist's hand, if you will. And then you'll also see the Mercer end tables in our product displays at market. Matte finishes feature pretty prominently in overlay, not so surprisingly. Again, the whole concept is about that sort of top coat, that surface treatment, that thing, that extra thing that makes it special, enhances the product. The designs on the left are vases and vessels from Indaba Trading, their fall 2022 Aurora collection. The 10-inch wide handmade Costa vase is from Gitana. It's decorative. It's not a watertight collection, but the surface just so engaging. Just a wonderful display objet, just great display piece. Another example of a great finish over metal, the aluminum side table on the left is from Bloomingdale. It's 20-inch high, and it's in a finish that I think is very suitable for our overlay display. It's called Mink. And the dinnerware on the right is from Four Hands, actually. This is their Nilo dinnerware with this sort of speckled glaze. It also comes in black, matte, and matte cream. You can see that in their showroom on the first floor of the A building. And just a couple more examples. This is from SKS. This is a new color that they're offering called Tan. And then you see these wonderful sort of overlays of color on some new mugs from Creative Co-op. This is reactive glaze that stoneware with a reactive glaze. Each of those mugs has a 4-inch diameter, just to give you a sense of the size and the scale. Metal finishes feature pretty prominently in our overlay story. And this is a gorgeous example also from Hudson Valley Lighting and from designer Kelly Behoon. If you look at each of those discs, which look a little bit like Pringles. Each of those discs has a gold leaf underside and then a white sort of plaster top coat. And so when light is on, the gold from each of these little discs captures and creates this really gorgeous light effect. So gold leaf as a finish that we're watching in our overlay theme, as well as this fabulous design from Sasha Bikoff for Korean company, the 59-inch wide liquid gold console just sort of drips with awesomeness. It's actually a brass form with a gold finish. Not to be outdone, and this is something I did want to make a point of, is in our outreach, we received a fair amount of submissions that were gold and gold finishes, as well as a number of submissions that came in more silver, sort of platinum finishes. Just kind of goes to show that both of those stories are relevant for 2022 and 2023. And it really is just about the confidence in mixing those, frankly, that makes them so relevant for overlay. Here are two tables, the coffee table and end table from Hooker Furnishings. This is mango wood tops and then a hammered wrought iron base. You can see the coffee table in our product display at market. So we're going to exit overlay and we're going to move into our third and final story, which is called Purple Prose. Now, as you can imagine, this is a nod to Pantone's selection of Very Perry as the 2022 color of the year. I'm not sure what all of yours experience has been. I'm certainly eager to be able to interface with you at market to discuss it further. But my experience so far has been that what the Pantone's very Perry color of the year has done has put our attention on purples of all varieties, from the sort of pastel lilac and lavender varieties to those very sort of deep aubergine colors. And the real takeaway, at least at this point in time, and that could change as we evolve into 2023, but at least in this point in time, speaks to purple as an ensemble player in a sort of purple narrative. So these designs, I think, illustrate that idea. And what they also illustrate is what I find sort of exciting about 2022 are the rainbow palettes that are still strong here in 2022, whether that's a rainbow palette of pastels or a rainbow palette of neon colors, or a rainbow palette that is more tried and true to what you all remember from your childhood. But that being said, it's this idea of the ensemble players, right? All of these colors kind of working together to sort of tell that story. And here's a perfect example of that as we get into the product submissions that came in. This is a beautiful custom wall mural from Valhallen. They offer all handmade, hand-painted wall coverings. This is their Fiore de Mezzanotte, which translates to midnight flowers. And as you can see, it's really about blues and it's about reds, and together it's sort of also about purples. I desperately wanted to feature this mural in our product displays, but it's so huge. We actually have a different design from the company that we'll be featuring. So as I said before, and have been saying multiple times, be sure to swing by our displays. And you could join me for the First Look product tour, which is going to be held Tuesday, which is the 27th, I believe. 23, 24, 25, 27th. And we'll be doing a tour of the product displays together, as well as some showroom tours. So again, our purple prose story, our theme is the key takeaway from this narrative is purple as a contributing character, as a contributing story element that furthers this plot. Here's another example of a metal wreath detail shot from Indaba Trading. This is from their Wintertide collection of holiday decor. And again, it combines purple values alongside golds with greens. Please take note of that rust color that you're seeing in that floral on the right side of the screen, as well as that sort of effort to achieve a rust-like effect down in that bird detail on the bottom. That's very relevant for our purple prose story as well. One of the places we're starting to see examples of first to market of purple is within glass. Typically you see in textiles and in tabletop, but we're seeing some fine examples of purple coming through in glassware. The piece on the right is actually an image I included from a food stylist who I follow. Her name's Evie Abler. And I just love this image, and I think it sort of sets the tone for one of these sort of purple personalities that we're seeing in 2022 moving into 2023, as well as the beautiful fringe vase from Global Views. This is Polish art glass. It's been encased and then has this hand-applied fringe detail. Another example of glassware where we're seeing purple. This is from a first-time exhibitor at Las Vegas Market. They're going to be over in the expo. This is from Zafferano. It's their melting pot glassware, which features 6 tumblers of assorted patterns and styles, all kind of in the same sort of color theme. Another purple personality that we see that came in through the submissions brings us over to more the packaging side, where we're seeing colors that are closer approximations of Very Perry, except instead are more like lilac purples. So on the left is Glasshouse Fragrances Glass Diffuser, and this is a scent that blends vanilla bean, frankincense, and coconut. You can see Glasshouse Fragrances over in the Expo 1430. And then the Patty Wax limited edition Whirl candles also showcase violet or lilac in a prominent way in their packaging. The packaging itself reveals that the scent of each one-of-a-kind blown glass vessel. Some additional examples of purple hues as these ensemble players is this wall decor from Left Bank Art. This is called Into the Woods. And then you see from a first-time exhibitor, it's called, the company's name is Burdine, that's how it's pronounced. And they offer these one-of-a-kind hand-blown crystal wine glass sets and this really sort of best in market, best quality packaging, very giftable, perfect for weddings, perfect hostess gift moving into the holiday season for sure. Rather than the actual very Perry color, we in fact received more submissions that were just tried and true periwinkle. And so here are some examples. This is the Oleata Art Hide Periwinkle area rug from Amigos de Hoy. You can see those, that company in the expo, and that sort of loose geometric pattern rendered in hide. In the center is a 3/4 sleeve drawstring waist with sort of midi maxi length, depending on how you measure, from Spartina 449's fall winter 2022 collection, sort of laid back and casual, but still kind of dress up, can be dressed up as well. And then the handmade vase is from Art Floral Trading, and the textures of their designs sort of mimic those that you would find in nature. Art Floral Trading is over on the first floor of Building C at Market. We also received a number of just blue submissions that sort of hint at, or at the very least, are great compliments to purples. And so what we have in the publication, you know, blue and purple make good bedfellows. So the design, the bedding ensemble on the left is from Orchid's Luxe Home. It's a cotton chambray, Tivoli, and navy with a herringbone pattern. Take note of herringbone. You'll see some additional examples in just a few slides. And then we have these new area rugs from Fazy's Astra collection, a very sophisticated approach to abstract design. These are power loomed in Turkey of polypropylene and polyester. You can see those in the company's Building C first floor showroom. Then we have, if you're looking for a edgier complement to purples that's not blue, you can sort of look to a rust colorway. Here's some great examples. This is for an edgier accent. 10 Prairie is, I believe, a new exhibitor at Market. It's the company in the top left of your screen. They make hand-poured concrete matchstick holders. Each comes with 70 color coordinated matches. And there's that striker pad that you see on the front, so easy to light the matches. The whiskey brown top grain leather ottoman in the brulee color is from Essentials for Living. The chair is from the Myanmar accent chair in burnt orange from Zuo. It's got a polyester boucle-like fabric. And then on the lower right is, it's actually the earrings, but the image just really so beautifully sets the tone for the color. And these are the lightweight earrings from Wild Cloud. They're crafted by hand from sustainable bamboo. Moving elsewhere on the color wheel, greens still feature pretty prominently in our presentation for summer 2022. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that we are just loving living with and decorating with houseplants and containers and vases and vessels, and incorporating succulents and low maintenance plants into our decor or style schemes. So here's some great examples that are new from Market. The white ceramic planter with, it's a faux floral, is from the Ivy Guild, and they're over in the expo. Danya B's crescent 3-piece metal wall planter set in white and gold is something you can also see in our displays. Perfect for shallow root plants like succulents and snake plants, herbs, or even cacti. Moving to a different scale, here is a large planter, the Vidar metal and glass planter stand from Accent Decor. The piece itself stands about 68 inches high. You'll see that in our display. I'm really excited to see how Addie, our stylist, works with that piece. The June resin composite planters in assorted sizes are from Phillips collection. That largest one is 47 inches high. Some additional examples, here's Braden Wood. That's a company that you likely have seen at market. Here they have 3 sizes for their popular wooden metal plant hangers. You're looking at the matte black, maple hardwood, and natural cotton cording designs. And then here's a new exhibitor. Beyond decorating with our plants and living with our plants, we also need to take care of our plants. Here's a fun, giftable essentials plant care kit from We the Wild. And what you're seeing there, and maybe it comes through the grow, protect, and support different products that help to make your plants look their best and grow their best and thrive. What all of this interest in plant and plant-related decor and being plant parents has done is prolonged our love affair of florals. And we continue to see florals integrated in our styling and pattern and motif. I did the last of the floral presentations that I intended to do in the spring at High Point Market, and yet they still remain so strong. So moving into 2023, we may do another homage to florals. Key thing is that, depending on the scale of your florals speaks to the level of sort of romance. The type of florals certainly speaks to sort of romance. And as long as they continue to perform so well in apparel, it's likely we'll continue to see them perform quite well in home furnishings. Moving on to a spread from our publication in which it's game on. Four Hands has released a line of really high-end gaming furniture. This is the poker table, and all the pieces are made of really hand-selected, beautifully treated, kiln-dried, hand-finished materials. Alongside that poker table from Four Hands, we're showing the One Part Company's One Part bottle kit, which allows you to kind of infuse your favorite spirit with flavoring of your choice. And these are some of the pieces that go along with that kit, including the funnel, the built-in strainer, and different infusion tools. We have some decanters from Arteriors. You're seeing a Memphis style, certainly in the shape of those glass containers, those sold as a set of 3. And then the 8-inch high crosshatch decanter from Tableau. That design is actually dishwasher safe. And speaking of crosshatch, we have some menswear inspired collection, another custom wall covering from Valhallen. Corksicle has tartan plaids incorporated into their fall and winter collections. Here's some examples. We're seeing menswear in sunglasses. These are new from Carmen and Coco, or also TGB brands is another way you can find them in the Las Vegas directory. Some references to menswear in the serving boards from A2 Home, and then the accent ottoman from Essentials for Living in tartan charcoal. Some gifts for her. Here's a new exhibitor at market. This is Michelle McDowell Designs with the fun berry color, the puff sleeves, the peplum top, and those really fun ruffles. That same company has a new line of polymer clay drop earrings, which you're seeing here on the left of your screen. Some fun, ecologically minded dishcloths from Danica, FSC certified plant-based cellulose. You get about 100 washes, and then the pieces, then the actual dishcloths are biodegradable. And from the same company, very giftable collection, the 6-piece multicolored bird-shaped pinch bowls. Moving on, we saw a lot of fragrance and products that sort of homage to honey come through. This is from European soaps. and you're seeing Pré de Provence. You're seeing, this is like all out honey. It has organic honey, propolis, and royal jelly extracts. And I'm just moving through really quickly here as we make our way through these last few slides. A new company at Las Vegas Market. These are necklaces. They're so fun. The one on the left is called Abacus. You can actually adjust the center to make a decision about where you want that pendant to lie. It's called Abacus on the left and Kintz on the right. We'll go into greater detail in our seminar, but it is more often than not likely that taking a stance and having a message in your retail assortment is meaningful to consumers in 2022-23. This is the Your Voice ceramic pot from Accent Decor. It's about 5 inches high. A few Christmas designs in a really red hot colorways, new from Corksicle, Night Before Christmas fragrance from Glass House Fragrances, and then of course this fun, again, nod to menswear in the Michelle Design Works Christmas assortments there, as well as florals you're seeing. And lastly, a very bright interpretation of Christmas. This is from Hollyball. These are inflatable Christmas ornaments that come in multiple colors in 2 different sizes, either 18-inch or 30-inch diameters. Just have a lot of great fun with these as a decorative element. Don't forget to be shopping the temporaries when you get to Las Vegas Market. They're over in the expo. Be sure to pick up a copy of our publication. These are just some examples of the spreads. And as you can see, there's a lot of, we've gone through quite a bit of this in our presentation today. And be sure to pick up your copy of First Look and check out the back. It has all of the CEU events that you can attend, as well as the showroom locations. And in fact, for the summer show, many of the showroom locations have changed. So be sure to check out the app, be sure to check out First Look, be sure to check out the Las Vegas Market website. And I want to thank you so much for your time. And I look forward to seeing you at Market. Take care.